Can you feel it moving in your soul when you hear it? Let it take control. Can you feel it moving in your soul when you hear it? Voulez, voulez, tambour, chanter en harmonie. Levez, levez la main dans ces pions amis. Même si bien mauvais, nous avons des blés. Mauvais. Puisque nous gagnons seuls, nous pouvons oublier comme des problèmes.
All right, so hoping that you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful evening right here. I'm back in the studios as we get set for the evening news coming up momentarily right here. Coverage of TV Lash Creole continues on the YouTube channel of DBS Radio. You guys can always check it out on the DBS Radio YouTube channel. And of course, just standing by to get ready for the evening news right here on your nation station, DBS Radio.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
The Department of Social Services launches co-parenting campaign in Dominica. In news from the region this evening, Grenada says it is in no rush to provide a response on U.S. requests for military build-up in the country. And news from the international scene, U.S. to announce substantial Russia sanctions. Details of the evening news right after this.
Yo, what's up? Baby, let's go!
Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digital TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Evening News. My name is Curtis Matthew, Minister of State in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services. Dr. Cassandra Williams says the new co-parenting campaign in Dominica aims to reinforce the universal rights of children. Her remarks came during the launch of the Department of Social Services Apart but United co-parenting campaign this morning. Dr. Williams emphasized the importance of the initiative for the well-being of children and families.
Currently, there are at least 160 children enrolled in Dominica's foster care program. While some of these placements provide long-term stability, many are transitional arrangements, offering children a safe space while families work toward reunification. In these circumstances, effective co-parenting becomes even more crucial, ensuring that biological parents, foster parents, and social workers maintain open communication and shared responsibility for the child's emotional and developmental well-being. The campaign, therefore, reinforces the principle that regardless of living arrangements, every child deserves consistent love, guidance, and care from the adults entrusted with their growth. It emphasizes healthy co-parenting practices built on communication, respect, and stability.
And that's the Minister of State in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Social Services, Dr. Cassandra Williams. Meanwhile, Child Protection Officer at the Department of Social Services, Nicole Toussaint John Baptist, says there has been a recent increase in individuals seeking services from the department as a result of ineffective co-parenting.
In today's society, an increasing number of children are being raised in households where parents are separated or divorced, and their parenting arrangement is not always managed effectively. The Department of Social Services can highlight an increase in number of clients seeking our services for access, child maintenance, and custody matters because the co-parenting relationship is breaking down. Too often, children are caught in the middle, facing emotional difficulties that can affect their growth and development. It is in this context a national campaign was developed under the theme Apart but United, a co-parenting campaign. This theme underscores the message that although parents may be separated, they can still collaborate effectively in the best interest of the child. The campaign will run until February 2026.
And that's the Child Protection Officer at the Department of Social Services, Nicole Toussaint John Baptiste. Dominica's Chief Elections Officer, Anthea Joseph, is reporting that close to 2,000 Dominican voters have been confirmed since the voter confirmation process began on October 15. Joseph says the voter confirmation process is encouraging.
We started off well on Wednesday, the 15th of October. And so far, we have persons coming into all the confirmation centers, and they have been going through the process. We have been looking at the data that we have been collecting, and so far, so good. I can say just a little under 2,000 persons have been confirmed in just about a week. It's going good so far. Once you are a Dominican citizen and you are on the list of May 2025, you are entitled to be confirmed. You need one Dominican ID, that is a valid passport or a valid social security card or a valid driver's license. Now, a number of persons have been asking about the old passports which are not expired. They are the old passports before the new passports were issued. They have been asking, and we find some persons have been going to the centers with those passports. We want you to know that they are not a valid passport. You cannot travel with a passport that is not valid. Yes, it is not expired, but it is not valid. So we want the public to know is the new passport that we are speaking about. This is the valid passport. This is the one that you can travel with. The old passports, you will not be able to use them to be confirmed.
And that's the Chief Elections Officer, Anthea Joseph. She says she's refuting claims that the voter confirmation process has encountered several difficulties at the confirmation centers.
And we are satisfied from the electoral office standpoint. We have been looking at the information in the back end, and we are satisfied that persons are coming in, doing the confirmation. The system is working well, despite the rumors that I heard a few days ago from certain individuals that we have hiccups in the system and that there are issues where people are putting the wrong spellings of person's name, etc. I want to assure you that it has been going well, and you have the opportunity while your name is being put into the database to follow with the person entering the data and to check the correct spelling of your name. And just in case there is an error in the spelling of your name when it's being put into the system, what happens in the back end at the electoral office? There are two steps for verification. The first step is the confirmation center, where your information is entered and saved, and your photo is taken. We get a copy at the electoral office. We have the hard copy of your application and a hard copy of your ID. We also have the scanned copy of your ID and your application, and we also have the data that is placed in the database. So what we will do, the first step of verification will be to ensure that you are on the voters list.
And that's the Chief Elections Officer, Anthea Joseph. Other news this evening, DOWASCO has announced temporary disruptions to the water supply in certain areas due to the water sector strategic development project, which is currently underway. DOWASCO Public Relations Officer Kimani Saint-Jean says that the Dominicans should store water regularly. She was speaking on DOWASCO in 5 on DBS radio this morning.
We are working in several communities. I know we've spoken several times about the WSSDP, the Water Sector Strategic Development Project. We're executing that project. We're working hard in the communities of Calibishi, Grand Fort, in the West Coast, and that is Coolibistry, Grand Savan, Monrachet, Salisbury, these areas, and then in Castle Bruce. So these are areas where we really have a lot of complaints about, access to water, and our systems, they really needed to be upgraded, and so we're working on that. And while we're doing that, we're just asking customers to bear with us, and so we want to encourage Dominicans to build the habit of having enough water stored. I can tell you to store water for 3 days. I can tell you how many gallons to store, but at the end of the day, you know your unique situation. So all of those things will determine how much water you store per day. But at least we want to encourage people to store water while we work, because we are working to brave the challenges, to brave the topography, to brave the economic challenges, because even some of the proposals we get, some of the suggestions, it costs money. It costs money. And so we want to let people know that we are working. We're not just sitting back and laid back. We are working, and we want persons to work with us and make storing water a habit.
And that's the Public Relations Officer of DOWASCO, Kimani Saint-Jean. And this evening, DBS News features the 4th TV Lash Creole at Botanic Gardens, where close to 100 small businesses are showcasing their goods and services.
Okay, so my name is Anne Lucien. I'm from the Kalinago territory. Here I have some locally made items, crafts, as you know. So I have placemats, I have baskets, small and big. I have local earrings, we have necklaces, bottles, local bottles. We have snake oil as well, castor oil, coconut oil. We have our shakers, mortars, the bigger baskets, calabashes, like I said, and it's really good. It's really good. They're really coming to buy, and we are happy because it's our first time coming here.
My name is Faith Coffee. I'm from Port Michelle. Well, this afternoon I have some leather sandals from Cameron Leather Sandals. It's located in Mount Bruce. They are locally handmade. They are very strong, very colorful, eye-catching, affordable. We have some shoes in a store where the old Muslim store used to be, where the lady that does the sewing. You can contact us via Instagram, Facebook at Cameron Leather Sandals 767, and via WhatsApp as well at 225-2741. A lot of people that don't know about us, they know about us now. And they say they will come back. Some did come back as well and bought some shoes and stuff.
My name is Miss Edwards, the Marketing and Communications Officer acting at the Aid Bank. And we are here at TV Village for the entire week, displaying our loan products, our different types of loans. We are enticing customers. We are liaising with customers, getting their information, giving them more information so they can come into the Aid Bank to get a loan. We have a loan for every person in Dominica. Just let us know what you want and we work with you. The feedback has been okay. The first day was a little bit iffy because of the weather, but from yesterday we have bright skies, sunlight, breeze. The customers are coming in, the patrons are there enjoying their TV Village.
My name is Dylan. I'm a supervisor at Blast Entertainment Center. So we have Daily Free, Big 4, Play 4, Super 6, Match 5. We also have our scratch, which is $10. If you buy one and you're not a winner, you can get a chance to still win different prizes and surprises. We also have our blast slots where you can get a chance to win the Mystery Progressive.
Okay, my name is Sade St. Rose, Trafalgar, Fokani. Our company name is Roses Unlimited, and we sell peppers, but not just peppers. We also sell seasoning pepper as well. And we have our special, which is pickled peppers. So with that, it comes with clove, garlic, olive oil, just everything in one. But right now we're selling baskets as well, so it comes with a free basket as well. But you get the hot and the seasoning and the pickled pepper as well. Well, with the TV Lash Creole, I think we getting a much bigger support.
So today we have customized mugs, tumblers, chains, Dominica chains. We have bags. Everything is customized, so we made it on for our own self. We have coasters, earrings, air fresheners, paintings that are made from our own designs. We're getting a chance to actually bring out our stuff to display, so it's kind of good.
My name is Jody Dangleben and I'm the owner of JD's Naturals. So we have all our products on sale. We do all natural hair and skin products using our local herbs, our local oils. So our Zuti oil is the #1 seller and it's going pretty quickly. So I would advise everyone to come down because this is the best deal of the century, the lowest prices ever for the year on all our products. We have face masks, we have shampoos, and we especially have shampoos for people with sensitive skin and for newborn babies. All right, free from all the chemicals and stuff like that.
I'm Naomi and I'm representing Caribbean Organics. Okay, well, we have soaps and local soaps, hair oils, body oil, and all our products are sea moss based. We use wild-crafted sea moss from Dominica. Sea moss has 92, also the 102 minerals which are good for your body, and it helps promote healthy skin. So we have soaps and body oils. They smell great and made for sea moss. We have those you could shampoo soaps you could wash your hair with castor oil. We have the hair oils which is infused with sea moss and rosemary as well. So coming down to TV Village, and they're all reasonably priced, and get your local products. And also, if you're based in the United States, we also have an Etsy shop online, so you can order your products from there and they can be shipped to you in the US.
Cecilia Benjamin, the owner of Cecilia's Creation, Sally Bear, the Kalinago. Well, what I have here today is everything handmade by me. I have clutches made out of a material called lauma, baskets, I have laundry baskets, earrings, purses, lunch baskets, all baskets made out of that material. Well, I think it's always a great idea to have that because it brings our people together. People know about you, people come, they see, and people purchase. So it's a very good thing.
My name is Clementine Afana, and I am the CEO of the Ngaska store. So we are at TV Village here to represent our dual heritage, which includes African heritage and also Dominican heritage. And here at the Ngaska store, our goal is to really bridge the gap between Africa and its diaspora, while also respecting the culture in Dominica and including culture in Dominica. So what we have here is a collection of items ranging from hats, jewelry, sandals, as well as bags that include both the African prints and the Creole prints, the Madras prints that Dominicans love. I love being here at Village Creole because it's an opportunity not just to connect with the people who patronize the culture, but also to support other local businesses and enjoy myself, you know, as somebody who lives here.
I'm Lynn Peltier, Point Michel, La Pointe Massive. Okay, so you've reached the booth of Mama Chive. So anything related to hair and skin, we have the remedy for you. So we have our hair growth oil, our hair butter, shampoo, conditioner, hair refresher, black soap, detangler. So we just want you to come on down and support us at TV Village Creole. You can find us directly opposite the Kubuli tent.
My name is Joy Ann Ailey. Welcome to my booth. My business is called Plantscape, where we specialize in handmade planters. They are potted in with different types of cactus, succulents, tropical plants. As you can see, it is 100% organic plant food. So this is seaweed extract. As you can see, someone just bought one as you were entering. So the plant food, seeing that it's a new product that I just launched.
Voices and the scene at the TV Village Creole at Botanic Gardens. You heard from the small business owners. And certainly a number, in fact 100 and more small businesses showcasing their goods and services at the Botanic Gardens. The news continues right after this.
Yo, what's up? Baby, let's go!
Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digicel TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951.
DBS News.
Surrounding the request by the Donald Trump administration to install temporary radar at Morris Bishop International Airport and military assets on or near Grenada, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell explained that his anticipated statement to Parliament will not be to inform about government's decision, but will instead be an update, as nothing has changed since the Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed the request. The lower house of Parliament was scheduled to meet Friday, 24th October, but this has been rescheduled for the 28th of October, admitting that the public became aware of the request by the U.S. through media reports. Deacon Mitchell said that Grenada is in no rush to provide a response. Finally, this evening, the U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the U.S. government will impose a substantial pickup in sanctions against Russia as the fighting in Ukraine continues. Bessent's comments came just before NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte was due at the White House, in which he said he hopes to discuss how to deliver Trump's vision of peace in the conflict. Earlier in the day, Rutte said he believes that Trump is the only one who can get this done. At least 7 people were killed, including 2 children, during intense Russian drone and missile strikes on Ukraine, just hours after Trump said plans for a meeting with Vladimir Putin in Budapest had been shelved. It is 20 minutes after 6 o'clock. Don't go away. The sports report comes up shortly.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Let's begin the DBS Evening Sports Report with football news. A top CONCACAF official will arrive in Dominica tomorrow. President of the Dominica Football Association, Glenn Etienne, says while on the island, the official will visit the Stock Farm Training Complex and engage in discussions with government officials, among others.
Yeah, we have the CONCACAF president, which is the vice president of FIFA. This is Victor Montegliani. And he's going to be on island tomorrow to give us a courtesy call. Long he haven't been to Dominica. I've been to Dominica maybe just once. So I think it's always important when persons like that can come to your island, because it's an important person, and give us a call and see, basically go around, have a discussion with us, and maybe a discussion also with government. And we can look at some of the site, especially Stock Farm, our complex, that, you know, persons like that can, when we're talking about Stock Farm, that they have first-hand information what we are talking about. Yeah, well, it's very important of his visit to Dominica. Like I said, it's going to be having a discussion with the executive members. We're going to give him a good welcome at the airport. We also will take him to visit some of the areas he can in his short stay. Especially one of the main areas would be the Stock Farm complex, our headquarters, and have basically discussion of implementing things for Dominica with him.
And that's the president of the Dominica Football Association, Glenn Etienne. Well, the CONCACAF official will be in Dominica tomorrow, and DBS Radio, DBS Sports, of course, will attempt to get an interview with the CONCACAF official. Meanwhile, Etienne says the senior men's national football team is currently in preparation for the CONCACAF series in St. Kitts in November.
Our football team is now in training it's an additional tournament that CONCACAF have put in, FIFA put in terms of countries who have not qualified for the World Cup. They have another opportunity to participate in competition, and I think it's a very good competition in terms of getting the player or the footballers to play more football, and then that is like warm up for us in terms of coming later down the year. We have the CONCACAF Nation League that we will participate in.
So, in terms of our players, are we going to be looking at overseas base? Are we looking at local players? How is that going to be?
Well, it's a mixture. We'll have a few overseas players. Not too much, but we'll definitely have a few overseas players because it's a competition, so you don't want to go, low-key or unprepared. You want to have a balanced team that you can compete at all levels.
Where do you think the football is now as we speak, Glenn? Are we making progress, you think? I mean...
We have moved, we in League East, so we have moved to League B, we have made that progress. I think for football to develop in Dominica is a holistic approach. When I mean holistic approach, every person must pull in their hands in terms of the state, the government, the schools, the FA, the clubs, especially the clubs and the coaches, because football have developed into a different aspect of the game. I mean, it's more quickie, it's televised where persons can look at your weakness, your strength. So you see all these things play a vital role in your competitors. So you yourself have to look at your competitor and see their strength and their weakness and, go where their weaknesses are so that you can be victorious.
And that's the president of the Dominica Football Association, Glenn Etienne. He also revealed that at least 500 people, they have applied to be coach of the national football team. Well, that decision will be made sometime next year, but at least 500 applications to the DFA to be national football coach. The Roosevelt Douglas Primary School emerged victorious at the North Zone Primary School's Independence preliminaries on Tuesday. 8 schools took part in the North District Primary School's Independence Athletics preliminaries at the Dublin playing field. The participating schools were the Roosevelt Douglas, Baroness Patricia Scotland, Penville, Paybush, Clifton, St. John's, Savonpie, and Thibault. The Roosevelt Douglas Primary won the junior girls event, while the St. John's Primary captured the senior girls title. For overall girls performance, it was the Roosevelt Douglas who were on top, with the junior boys going to St. John's Primary. The senior boys and overall boys categories were also won by the Roosevelt Douglas Primary School. Some cricket news: Alec Athanaze was named the West Indies Impact Player of the Match following Tuesday's win against Bangladesh. The West Indies prevailed over Bangladesh in a super over to level the 3-match international series at 1 game apiece. Athanaze recorded the most economical spell at the venue with 2 for 14 from 10 overs and also contributed 28 runs. The West Indies head coach, Darren Sammy, made that announcement while speaking with the players following the win. Sammy also encouraged the men to enjoy the win, but to remember the job is not yet done.
It's the first game we've won in Bangladesh since 2018. We see how difficult it is to win, and at the half we said, we don't care how we do it, we found a way to do it. But if we got to be honest with ourselves, it is hard to see how difficult their spinners make it for our batters and to see how we were not able to restrict them. Spinners, go back and think about your execution. To Akhil, I know you freelance a couple times and fly and play, but to do that in that condition and to come out and bowl your 4 overs, your 10 overs right off at the start of the game, that was really good. So big efforts from you. So again, let's enjoy it, but the job is not done. And lastly, what I have left to do, a number of guys, Shea, Akhil, bowling in that power play over, super. So bowling that super over, defending 10 runs in about how many balls? In 8 balls? 10 runs in 8 balls. That was commendable. However, I think for the first time I've seen him bowl in ODI cricket, 10 overs, 1 for, 2 for 14 it was, and then scoring 28 with the bat. Massive impact. Well done to you, Alex. Well done.
And that's the West Indies head coach, Darren Sammy, the 3rd and final one-day international between the West Indies and Bangladesh will be played tomorrow morning, 3:30 Caribbean time. And Pakistan hold a slender 23-run lead over South Africa in the second test match on day 3 today. Pakistan batting first in the test match. They posted 333. Shan Masood got 87. Saud Shakil 66. The spinner Kishav Maharaj picked up 7 for 102, bowling for South Africa. In reply, South Africa made 404. Tristan Stubbs had 76. Tony DeZorzi had 55. And Matthew Sami 89 not out, and Rabada 71. For Pakistan, Asif had figures of 6 for 79. Pakistan batting in the second innings with 94 for 4 at the close. Baba Azam is not out 49. Pakistan lead by 23 runs. And 25 players have been selected for training as part of preparation for the upcoming National Under-23 Team Series against St. Lucia. That series is set for December 2025. Here is the Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Cricket Association, Kimara Ito.
The Dominica Cricket Association is pleased to announce a list of players selected to commence preparations for the upcoming National Under-23 Team Series against St. Lucia, scheduled for December 2025. The following players are Kyron Phillip, Amiel Gilbert, Arsenio Fontaine, Delani Alexander, Jed Joseph, Jelani Joseph, Joel Durand, Luvia Charles, Edmond Moranci, Tyrus LeBlanc, Yawani Regis, Kester Lestrade, Jason Vidal, Janim Tavernier, Malachi Xavier, Savio Ansem, Darren Tousse, Shaim Caesar, Dione Roll, Clemenceau LeBlanc, CJ Charles, Neo Davis, Cassidy LaRoque, Shokwan Tousse, Kenneth Valmont. Training sessions will serve as part of the ongoing preparation for the National Under-23 program as the team looks to build a strong and competitive unit. Players who are currently based overseas and are eligible to represent Dominica will also be considered for final selection pending availability. The Dominica Cricket Association extends congratulations to all players selected and encourages them to commit fully to the preparation process as we aim to showcase the best of our young talent on the regional stage.
Thank you very much, Kimara Ito, the Public Relations Officer of the DCA. Finally, it took Zimbabwe less than 3 hours on day 3 to claim their first home test win since 2013 and their biggest test win ever. Richard Ngarava was the star, taking his first 5-wicket haul in test matches to lead Zimbabwe to a win by an innings on 73 runs against Afghanistan. Batting first in the one-off test match, Zimbabwe posted 359. Afghanistan, in response, they were bowled out for 127 in the first innings. Having been sent in to bat again, they could only muster 159. That too is a look at the DBS Evening News and Sports. Let's remind you, 8 o'clock tonight, we go to the Massac Indoor Facility. A big competition is on, the Madame Wobduet Show. The DBS broadcasters will be ready to begin at 8 o'clock tonight as the Madame Wobduet title is on the line tonight. They begin the show at 8 o'clock. This time, it's at the Massac Indoor Facility. That's News and Sports. On behalf of the News and Sports departments and our link person, Joseph Fadul, Curtis Matthew saying good night.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS Radio gives you top quality service over any other for live streaming of funerals. Call us today at 448-3282.
Good evening and welcome to this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. It is the 22nd day of October 2025. We begin with this evening's edition of the DBS Radio death announcements on the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. We announce the death of Derek Tony Seaman, better known as Shadow, age 64, of Laho, Penville. He died on Sunday, the 28th of September. He was the son of Richard Seaman in Canada. He was the father of Ailey Seaman in Dominica and Ayana Petit in France. He will also be remembered by his brothers, Adona and